So systems should be there to support you and support the operations of the business. And you don't need expensive software or systems. You just need consistent tools that work. So structure is not limitation. Structure is strategy for the business. Hello and welcome again to another episode of the Prosperity Thrive Drive. My name is Charity Mwangi, your host and a financial consultant. So this episode is for aspiring and early stage entrepreneurs who have not yet established their systems, their policies, and their structures. It is important to note that as an entrepreneur, you need to have systems, policies, and structures in place if your business is supposed to grow. Because passion without systems will lead to burnout, and a business without policies leads to disaster. So let's talk about the basic systems and policies that you need to put in place if you're running a real business and not just a hustle. I've worked with several small businesses and startups, and I realized that as much as some of them were doing well in sales, they were doing really poorly in operations and policies. So you'll find that there are no contracts, there are no clear payment terms, no refund policy, no customer tracking, no marketing strategies, no financial records, no tax payments, no compliance, and no consistency. So this leads to missed payments, penalties from KRA and other authorities, client disputes, staff misunderstandings, and even lost business opportunities. So structure is not limitation. Structure is strategy for the business. Think of policies and systems as the bone that holds your business together. So we'll start with 5 basic business policies that you need to put in place as an entrepreneur. Number 1 is the payment terms policy. So this should cover when do you expect the payments. So do you ask for 50% before you perform a task, or you get 100%, or do you expect to be paid after you have completed a task? What payment methods do you accept? Do you accept cash, M-Pesa, bank transfers, and all that? So do you also charge late payment fees from your debtors? So number 2 policy is a refund or a cancellation policy. So you need to document, can a client cancel an order? How much notice is needed? For example, in the hospitality industry, I know there are different terms for canceling a reservation. If you cancel within maybe a week to the event, you're charged a certain amount. If you cancel maybe a day to the event, you lose all your deposits. And maybe if you cancel early enough, a month or so, you refunded your deposits. You need also to have a client communication policy. Clearly indicate when you're reachable. What are your operating hours? How do clients make official requests? Is it through emails or SMSs or WhatsApp? That one needs to be very clear. And then also you need to indicate your turnaround for responses. I see some businesses indicating that you'll get a response within 24 hours or 1 hour or 2 hours. So you need to have that one well documented. The other policy you need to have is data protection and confidentiality. This is a very important policy given the laws that are there on data protection. So it needs to include how do you store your data, who can share any data of your business. You also need to be aware whether your clients' documents are secure. The other policy that you need to have is the code of conduct for your staff, which should include working hours, communication channels, expected conduct, dress code, and confidentiality terms, among others. So there are many other policies based on the business or based on the industry that you're operating in. The hospitality industry will have different policies if you compare that to the construction industry or the people in the consultancy or the financial industry. So based on the industry that you're operating in, that will determine the policies that you need to put in place. So now let's look at the systems to set up. So systems should be there to support you and support the operations of the business. And you don't need expensive software or systems. You just need consistent tools that work. Number one system that you should have is a client onboarding system. This should have a welcome email or SMS, a service guide or proposal based on the products or the services that the client is asking for, payment instructions, whether they're supposed to pay via M-Pesa, via cash, or through bank transfers, and also it should include an intake form. Number two system is an invoicing and a receipt system. This will help you generate invoices and receipts. It will also help you track overdue invoices. It will also help you get reports on the paid invoices, partially paid invoices, and invoices that have not been paid. It will also help you reconcile monthly, and you're able to check, for example, with your bank account, the figures that match based on the invoices. Number three system that you need to have is an expense and income tracking system. When you track your incomes and expenses, it will help you with pricing, it will help you when it comes to taxes and how you cost your products. This system will also help you with daily reports and even weekly reports, monthly reports, and even end of the year reports. And you're able to track your expenses and your incomes based on the months. You also need a customer database system, which will have the details of your customers or clients, the names, their contacts. It will also have the different products or services that they have bought from you. So with such a report, you're even able to customize products and services for your clients. So it will help you with follow-ups, marketing, and even designing loyalty offers. Another system that you should have is a file storage system. This will help you organize your contracts, your agreements, your invoices, your receipts, your income documents, and any other document that relates to the business. You should also have a backup and recovery system. Disasters happen, you can have a fire in your premise, you can have thefts, and all your documents can be stolen or destroyed. So if you don't have a backup and a way to recover all your documents, then you'll have a rough time recovering your business. In this one, you also need to have secure passwords and a system of how your passwords should be created. So these systems are very important for business. For example, if you have a bakery and then you have like 2 or 3 staff in that shop, then you have a client come order a cake and they pay a deposit. So maybe they pay this deposit in cash and they're not given a receipt. When the client comes back to claim their cake, maybe they'll find a different staff in that shop and they have to convince these other staff that they paid for a cake and this was the type of the cake they paid for. So avoid all these conflicts with clients and your customers by having systems in place. I've also seen cases where businesses rent out their spaces. Without a system, it's very easy to double book clients and you end up having conflicts with your clients and even losing your clients. So this is where you start. It doesn't have to be complicated. Number 1, write down your payment terms clearly. Number 2, have a rate card for all your services. Number 3, you can set up even an Excel sheet where you record all your incomes and expenses. Number 4, always have a review time. It might be daily or weekly based on your business, where you look at the incomes that have come in during the day and the expenses for the business. I've had cases where entrepreneurs have been stolen from by their staff, by their clients, because they did not have proper systems. So your business needs to be taken seriously. And for others to take your business serious, you have to take your business serious as the entrepreneur and as the founder of that business. And putting in systems, policies, and structures in place will show that you're serious about your business. So in our Business Acceleration Program, we help entrepreneurs with policy samples. We give them templates for different operations of the business. We give a coaching support for the first 6 months of the business. We also help in setting up some systems, for example, the financial systems, the point of sale systems, the stock management systems, and also the customer relationship systems. So don't just run your business without structures and systems. If you're intending to grow that business, you will need to kickstart with systems and policies in place. If you'd like to join our business acceleration program, feel free to contact me. The details are on the screen. And let's walk with you in this entrepreneurship journey as you start your business, and we'll help your business with structures, with systems and policies. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Please share, like, and comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. A big percentage of the people watching this channel have not subscribed. So just check if you have subscribed and just click on that subscribe button. See you in our next episode of the Prosperity Thrive Drive. Let's continue to learn together and thrive in our businesses.